PSL. We've got legends, Jabulani Mendu there in your pictures, and Ulaki Lekhwati and Orlando Pirates, a legend here to witness an exciting match. So fans are here, although imvula iqala ukunetha kancane, but siyazi ukuthi guys ibhola limnandi, so akunandaba nemvula. Hey, sizobukela ibhola guys.
Lalela ibhola laseKasi, come rain come sunshine, sikhona siyalibheka ngoba liyasijabulisa into esiyaziyo, into esikhule ngayo, and siyakwazi ukuthi si-coordinate nalo.
Lindiwe, BEE squad, the goalkeeper Kopano, replacing the injured goalkeeper who is Butiminaji. He's going to be the key when it goes to the penalties. Signy, the number 10, he's going to be the key to actually create something and score goals, because like you said earlier on, they don't score much. It's because that man, he doesn't apply a lot. But today, if he unlocks the channels, they'll score goals.
Yeah. You speak about BEE not scoring much. One team that's been finding that back of the net is AMANDLA, as they are up against BEE. What sort of match do you think bazoyiletha namhlanje kuma BEE?
Normally, this is a structured team that they play with patterns, and the good thing about them, they came in here as a team, so the coordination between the players is very precise. You look at Banyane, you look at also Nosi. These are the players that you will able to watch. No Shanganipo, no specialist. I mean, labafana labo apega. Kuyafiwa namhlanje linto.
Kuyafiwa namhlanje, bathi AMANDLA up against BEE. As we take a look at their journey to the final, they've beaten the likes of Igwara, they've beaten Igrando and Wamtseba Mutsu. I mean, another team as big as entertaining football.
This team, Lindu, I can tell you, they train at Orange Farm. I usually watch them. The coach, Isaac Mpatlani, former Val professional player. The assistant coach, Pito Lokone, former Twatwa Stars and Super Sport player. So you can see these boys are feeding off from their coaches because they've got experience in the field of play.
They've got experience, and also because I'm a player who have been playing together in different leagues. So that synergy is already there in that team.
The instinct is already in the team. And don't forget their goalkeeper, which is Vosi. He's short, but he flies like a tiger. Remember him last season in the Nedbank Cup, what he did for Swallows. Unfortunately, lost against Maritzburg, but he was on point.
He was on point. 20 that last 32 encounter between Swallows as well as Maritzburg United. So we know Gutama BEE Awakori, but this is one team. Ekorayo, James.
It starts with the goalkeeper, Uvus Mus, like I said. He's their stronghold. He's able to distribute perfectly to Abo Panyane and the others. But the most important thing is that they know each other's strength. They play to each other's strength. That's why they're able to score more goals. Now, they move a pega.
Continue with the conversation using the hashtag SSDisky, also hashtag Feelies Games. Let's hear now coach of AMANDLA. Coach, appreciate your time. It's all in or nothing namhlanje. How are the guys feeling?
To be honest, they are so excited today to play the final. Again, last day we win the tournament. We came again. Then we are going to win it again today.
What do you think it's going to take your men to win this particular competition for the second successive year?
It's all about the hard work that the players they have from the first time when we played the first leg. Then we lost 1-0. We came back second leg. We won 3-0. They showed me the character. They want to play the final again.
You have a few players who participated in last year's final starting in this particular final. What sort of feeling and what type of vibe are they bringing to this squad? Because Abanya Bafana experienced for the first time playing in the final.
Yeah, I'm having only 4 players who were playing this final last year. Because after we came to the league, we lose some of the players, experienced players. Then I started the team afresh. Then it's a lot of youngsters in my team now, but they're coming okay now because they are doing a wonderful job for me and maybe for them.
Coach Kohli speaks about a competitive game. How tough are you expecting it to be?
I'm playing with a good team today, an experienced coach, Biza. You know, I was watching them yesterday. They are using the wing back. Then today I'm going to apply at least 4-4-3. At least to put them under pressure at the back, to stay. They must not move at all. Then it's going to be a nice game for us today.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Coach Isaac bringing a young squad, and this is how he's lining up. James, some players that we need to look out for in this squad.
Most definitely, Ushungwane, front, or remate, but number 14, he's the heartbeat of them. Utspesihle, Mbele. That boy is so short, like Dynamas, they come in small packages. Bega, Uyakichi, Madam Fana. everywhere like ball likhona ukona naye.
Do you agree, Lucky?
I definitely agree. Also, the captain, Vilakazi, in the middle of the park, he doesn't move. He keeps that shape. But I love what the coach says. He says, I'm using a 4-4-3 formation. You can see how bad he wants it. Coach, no, it's a 4-4-2. But if you add the goalkeeper, yes, it's a 4-4-3.
200,000 rands is up for grabs in the 2018 edition of the Feelies Games. The hashtag is SSDisky, also hashtag Feelies Games. Quick predictions from my analysts before I let you guys go to commentary.
2-1 Amandla.
SBK, Mpume Valley, Amandla 2-0.
Both men going with Amandla. Let us know on social media who is walking away with this title and who will be lifting off that trophy at the end of 90 minutes, potentially, because that's from Young penalty, you guys. In English commentary, we have Utemba Boy alongside Lakim Shati. And Kase Sotu, we've got the mayor, Arnold Rangoko, who will be bringing you this exciting final between Amandla as well as AmaBEE live on your World of Champions.
Tembisa, Mambisa has been a hive of activity since last week when the Phillies games kicked off at Emerson grounds in Ivory Park. Shot left, we switch Ivory Park for Tembisa's prestigious and bedrock Makulong Stadium, where it all comes to a head. My word, a festive season greetings from my side. It's been a long time since I've been in the commentary booth, but good things come to those who wait. They say I did get my Christmas present. Thank you very much, James Maiga. Yours is still on the mail, they say. Well, your World of Champions brings you for a second year running the prestige, play-by-play artistry of the country's biggest classic football games, as Andrew Mapeto Drive kicks into high gear. We are at the homes of Highlands Park. The Lions of the North, this is their home stadium. But for today, the attention turns to two teams who will know each other extremely well. having done battle. The repeat of the 2011 final, which AMANDLA won, and then went on to kind of miss out on the medals for the next 5 years or so, up until they won yet again last year. Two teams, one winner, 200,000 rand to fight over 90 minutes. It's all live in the Magistry of HT. Dikabua Kofili now. Before we start things off, we get to the much anticipated kickoff. It's first the formalities of the routines being led by Pastor Masumbuka. In and amongst that mix, just behind him is the man himself, Tatefili Matebula, man who's the main organizer. This is his very own tournament. The Tepiso Satecha of Soweto Gold is also in amongst the mix. Just shaking hands with the players, Mr. Fili Matebula, as well as Mr. Fili Games. So, just to add a touch of beauty to already the beautiful game, you'll see her just along that line somewhere. It's good to see so much anticipation. As I mentioned, the defending champions AMANDLA FC ready themselves to cap off for their 2018 with a bang. In their way is the Tender Boys PE, who enter this year's finals as underdogs, but will be secretly confident that they can run with the big dogs. As I said, repeat of the 2011 final, so allow me stealing this phrase, Monate Mpolaye Gape, in terms of the tail of the tape. With last year's top 8 finishers already seeded in the last 16, the 8 seeded teams only played from the last round, whereas the 16 unseeded teams played from day 1 in the round robin stage. After 13 days, it all comes to this as we head down to pitchside for the anthem of the Republic of South Africa. We're going to finish the year off strongly, just the way we started it, with a feast of football live on the World of Champions, all the way from Andrew Mapeta, a drive at Makulong Stadium for this much anticipated final between these two old foes. For their away team, AMANDLA FC being led by Kagani Tofela, 27-year-old from Orange Farm. You'll be hoping that you provide that steel in midfield. And alongside me, speaking of steel, as a man who's made from platinum and gold himself, I'm talking about my co-commentator, James Mayinga. Your thoughts on how Coach Kulia Razela will be setting the mark in terms of PE.
He's coming up with a 4-3 formation. We have to look out for coming man, his experience will be very key because he's a former professional footballer and under 23 international. So for him and Kopane to sign in goals, you need to check the bounce of the ball based on the conditions, weather conditions out there. So the bounce before him, you need to able to understand his positioning.
And the likes of Sydney Mswane, as you mentioned, and James Sitebe will be hoping to pounce on any sort of defensive mistakes that Vusumuzi and Tinganga may sort of encounter. Well, for the fans of Amandla FC, well, they got the likes of Bonyani, Nguni and Kongwani, amongst others. We'll chat a bit about the team that Coach Isaac Mpasane has put forward. Today's officials, there's confirmation for you. Just acquaint us to see which side we will begin. Of course, the officials for today's match referees Donald Mapaki, his assistants Abel Maputa, Charles Louis, and the fourth official Colin Dwayne. Now, just a quick one, James, from your side. Isaac Mpasane, his setup, he's also gone forward. It seems like a 4-3-3 on paper. Anyway, the likes of Kangwan and Nguni and Boyani to lead the line. Your thoughts on that one?
One thing we need to mention is that both teams, they know each other very well. They play good football. So hence they will be testing each other for the first 15 minutes. But we have to look at Specific Ndele and also not forgetting that Kongwane always gave them that reference going forward. So he'll be the man to watch because he's coming from deeper position, making it difficult for the centre backs to mark him.
And after 13 match days and some 60-odd, 65 games to be exact, it all comes down to the next 90 minutes. James, 200,000 reasons why to be a winner.
That's what is at stake. We have seen these players performing week in, week out, making sure that they want it, they put that magnificent performance. And also the coaches, the good thing about them, they always allow them to play a free-flowing game with not more instructions.
Well, no more instructions, because once they cross the white line, it's over to the players. And to get us started off is AMAPE striker Sydney Mswane. Quick little play and look up to the heavens. He'll be hoping that they strike gold in 90 minutes to follow. It's a kickoff here live from Makulong Stadium in Tembisa. Of course, I am your lead commentator for today. It's Mr. And I lost a bit of weight, so the sugar's off. That's a good start. And then should alongside is James Mayinga. No, did not have apple pie, somebody says. No, it's a eating salad, or is already an early taste of things to come. Do tell us exactly what you thought of the match days that have been dished up in this particular tournament. One of the only few tournaments, memory serves me correctly, we were here last year, was the first time a Gazi tournament was actually broadcast live, not just on any channel, but one of the best in around the globe. I don't say welcome to the greatest showpiece for nothing.
That's the world of champions for you. Whenever they descend, they change lives. The community of Tembisa has never been the same since they descended, since from last season. But I mean, you could see how much it means for these players. They will be flying tackles, going in and out. So it's up to them to elude some of them and to stay injury free.
Now, an early sight for Amandla FC from quite some distance out. It's quite hard to pick up the player numbers. I think it was Specific Ndele. And then from Orange Farm, a midfielder by trade. Good luck, James, and us seeing the numbers on the back of the Amandla players. It's going to be a bit difficult, but we're going to try for you.
Very difficult for that matter. You look at the color of their street. Yeah, it's navy blue, and again,
numbers blue
as well. So I wish the numbers were like their socks. Maybe we should have seen something different.
Look, if they clinch the 200,000 rand like they did last year, perhaps they could upgrade it a bit in terms of different colors and so on. Now in midfield, the ball is circulated and they pass it forward as well, looking for the Everton-born striker Rikimetsi Kongwani, who's the focal point of the Amandla team. Very strong team. I mean, we saw quite a bit of them in the year gone by, the road to the final. They saw Abarondoli A very interesting final. They went on to, I think, win 3-1 at the end. It was with 83 minutes played, but play had to be stopped because of inclement weather. It was so bad that there was talk of the game maybe restarted the next day, but all was sorted out. And in the end, AMANDLA FC are the reigning champions. Just for Tinginga, goalkeeper. Really seeing the defending champions just circulating the ball, ensuring that each and every individual on show gets to touch the ball and have a feel for it. They're still acclimatized as well with pitch conditions. Once the start of today's proceedings, a lovely pristine pitch as is normally here at Amakulum Stadium.
If you look at this match, Temba, this is the repeat of 2011 final where AMANDLA were crowned the champions for the first time. So this time around it will be a nice revenge for AMABE, but they have to outplay AMANDLA, who has been very strong throughout the whole tournament up thus far.
Speaking of how the two teams have played in the tournament, well, AMABE started their last 16 a sort of berth with a 0-0 draw against Banisa FC. The ball now over the top again, looking for the striker Sydney Ntwane. It was the made run central quick release from Musumuzi Ntinginga. His striking teammate Joseph Banyani was sandwiched between two players. Easy foul there for Donald Mpaki. Was Tuzamile Namba who was the transgressor on that one.
There's a young dynamite, Percy Klembele. The work rate is always where the thick of things are, and will make things happen for AMANDLA. The only challenge that I might foresee is that sometimes they might be frustrated because normally AMABE, they always want to stay behind and soak up the pressure.
Need to soak up pressure from this set piece, which is not good enough, but they regain possession. And it's through Nicholas Mguni, and born from Siboken zone 20. If you're from out there, now, clever movement there, just to find a pocket of space. I think there was especially Bele, if I'm not mistaken now, Sydney Ntwane coming deep to be the fulcrum and a focal point of the team. Gives it over to Ononobu, striving forward, beats one, beats two. Has so many defenders throwing themselves at him, but he stood strong, the man from Ivory Park. Now an opportunity to turn defense into attack. That was Joseph Bonyane saying, anything you can do, I can also do. It looks like barely 5 minutes are dominated by the jersey 11s, James.
When you look at Ononobu, he's a player for TTM, playing in the NFD. I'm surprised by him playing today, risking injuries in such kind of weathers, maybe for his contract. But look, the game of football, when you have passion for it, you will always do what it takes.
Well, there is 200,000 rand up for grabs. Maybe he still wants to buy more Christmas presents after Christmas.
Lolo Mashalane, the skipper, he will always want to lead by example. As a wingback, he always bumps forward to try and create that width going forward for them.
Drilled forward, but to no one in particular. Was loose possession there from Sebo Mamsidi. Now it's central in the middle of the park, but and FC players quickly snuffled that attack out. As referee Donald Mpaki spotted something, and Sipesi Klembele saying that it was upended illegally, so there. Oh, painful. Ouch. James going forward and looking for the focal point that is the AMANDLA FC. Speaking of the home team, as I mentioned, in their first leg there was a 0-0 draw against Banasi. In the second, it was 0-0 again, but this time went down to the penalties, which they won at 5-4. The quarters, they lost out their first game, in fact, against Rebels FC, a rampant Rebels FC side. Came back and overturned that. They won 3-0. The semis, they took on Nongeza. Started off with another 0-0, then went down to 1-1. They won 5-4 penalties. That's how they eventually ended up putting themselves in a place to win the 200,000 rand prize. Now, it's pressure being applied on this AMANDLA FC defense. Rivaldo Fox, the 19-year-old, is former Supersport United, a player of Swallows FC. Recipient Twana with a turn. In fact, Twana was the man who was the recipient of the pass. It was a good little neat work from that side. There's a coach, Koleyile Lanzela. Interesting hit here.
Play from Amapi, most especially Bongani Mbele, to drill in that ball. Unfortunately for Twana, he couldn't connect it very well. As you said that Fox, Rivaldo was in the mist.
Bell again in the thick of things at the heart of the defense of the youngster from Orange Farm, formerly of professionals. See a shot of Ridune, it's Udongwane, born out of Everton. Valtech, former man as well, 25 years young.
He's a clever striker, always comes from deeper position, causing confusion between the two centre backs, not knowing who to mark. But the most important thing, he always gives them that reference going forward. He's able to hold on to the ball and bring in play from deep positions.
Of course, for the defending champions, I think they were almost perfect in their stride to this year's final against, started off with a 2-0 win against Guaraguara FC. I followed that up in the second leg with a 3-1 victory. The quarters was 2-0 and 2-1 against the Radiosa. Watsiba Mtoa, Babatsiba, after AMANDLA did a number on them 1-0 and 2-1 to book their spot in this year's prestigious final. Then 27th. Yeah, there's a Philly Games. Shot comes in the last bit. 1-3. It was a lethal power driver there from Bongani Chabalala.
It is Bongani Mbele. He's using his experience. He knows that the ball, look at the 10. He knows that it's raining, soaking the pitch, and then you have to take a strike from distance. Unfortunately, it couldn't hit the target, but what a strike from Bongani Mbele.
Bongani Chabalala, of course, playing at centre-back. So that's a bit of confusion now about the numbers that they were going to be wearing at the start of the encounter. Very fast-paced start to this one, James.
Indeed it is, with the wet surface. Surely there won't be any speedy players. They want to run. They need to run into the ball, into the space. But the only thing, they need to play to the feet. Because once you play to the space, it will always create problems. Sometimes you might find straight passes going away.
It's the skipper Vilarazi. Bring his teammate Kutso Moatileng. A bit of pressure, but Moatileng, roughly translated in English, he who dies on the road. I kid you not.
Speaking about Moatileng, he's a former Baroka left back and also Barbera FC. So his experience also will come in handy. He would have known from that situations that safety is the first precaution than to take chances.
See, a lot of AMANDLA FC team are made up of former Orange Valpro team members, as well as currently it's a feeder club to Swallows FC. Pretty much 90%, if not all of the squad, halfway through to Swallows FC in the third tier.
What happened is the Honorable MEC, when he bought the status to rejuvenate Swallows, he bought Orange Val professional status, and that's where you see most of the players coming from. In fact, AMANDLA is the Swallows FC that we are talking about, campaigning in the Gauteng ABC stream.
Long ball as they look for one ball just over the top to trouble the Amapi defense. As we approach this quarter of an hour. That's Kuto Moatileng quickly closed down. There's his teammate Joseph Banyani. One of team members as well from the Van area. But Siboke, Orange Farm, Everton, and this goes on and on and on.
They're within the VAR. They know each other, hence we've seen them progressing, playing the way they've been playing. But speaking about Mohamed, he'll be marking on Onobu, another experienced campaigner who plays for TTM. So it will be a good challenge to see who wins in these games.
Look forward to it. That was a shot off by Joseph Banyane, jersey 11. Given the opening exchanges that we've seen, I mean, both coaches would be pleased with what their respective outfits have been trying to put out. Good attacking intent from the onset, James. Now a throw in. So Martinez looks to pump one in the box. There's a couple of numbers here for how far does he get? And as I would have initially thought, given that long run-up, he barely managed to get it to the front post.
It was a good throw, but unfortunately it couldn't be elevated by Shongwana, whereby Kopane Tutang in goals for my BE spotted that on, and that's good attribute of the keeper to try to catch the ball at the highest level.
Now it's a James Tere, the central attacking midfielder. He was cutting in from the left-hand side, but quickly dispossessed by among the defenders. A lovely composed play there from Chamlani Mlambo. Mlambo again with a follow-up touch to that. As Mbele puts pressure on them, and does this pressure lead to something? Well, it keeps AMANDLA FC hemmed in their own half, that's what.
He has to do the dirty work starting from the front foot, because if they don't defend from the front, chances are they might not get it right. AMANDLA always add numbers whenever they go forward.
Quick release to the side to find that man Onobu against Martinez. To Martinez, who wins the first real battle between the two, between the fullback and the winger. Tozami Namba will move it over to Lolo Mshalani, and from Tembisa from around these parts. Easy pickings for Vusumusi Tingyinka. Quick release from Tingyinka as well. Options up front, including the likes of Pele as well.
Very impressive Vusin Tingyinka throughout the tournament. He has been their stronghold. He's able to keep them in the game. Even his distribution, it's up to scratch. And unfortunately, it's all about the height. But you could see how he was stretching the rib cage. That's where it was exposed, and that's where he could feel the pinch coming from the back. It was unfortunately the hamstring.
He has the most clean sheets in the tournament. He's the young master Vusumusi Tingyinka, or 3 to be exact. Seemed to have taken a bit of a knock to his left thigh, / knee.
Even yesterday in the second semi-final leg, he has stopped. Play had to be stopped for him to be consulted by the doctor to try and resurrect that niggling injury from the thigh. It's a difficult one, taking into account that as a keeper you need to shuffle across the ball. So if your thighs are very tight or you have a niggling injury, it might compromise your movement.
I think if I was one of the PE attackers, I'd be noting that, thinking movement limited. Put it in the corner. So Chamulani man doing the mix. Thank you, Sebo. A lot of ex-players in amongst the mix. Ring SS4, Mowane, Riri, Monati, Polai, remote TV.
That's fans for you. Very creative. When they come to, they know that the cameras of the World of Champions.
Oh, here you go. You got Lex of Frontman, Lex in next to George Manuleka. He would have been part of that one. Jayus Kosana, what a thunderbolt from quite some distance out there.
That was a scorcher from Mbele. A very experienced campaigner. He's always coming from deep. It's very difficult to mark players coming from deeper position. He's a second striker. But I mean, what a fierce shot from that range.
Let's keep an eye out as well from, you could tell there, James, but from the clearance and the distribution there from Tingyinka, definitely has a problem. Another grimace on his face, a shake of the head. How long is he going to continue for trouble early on for Isaac and Pasa? And he has, there's something to think about now.
He won't afford to lose in Tingyinka in goals because he has been phenomenal for them throughout. So chances are they will want to try and give him maybe 10 killers for that matter to sustain the 90 minutes.
We edge over a quarter of the first hour. A quarter of an hour in the first caught in this encounter. As we're about to be joined by another legend. I won't tell you exactly who until he sort of gets comfortable. Shot comes over. Just looking to make Kopano Twinsane the PE goalkeeper. Just some comfortable psyche. That's good approach play though.
You look at his passage at Dele, he saw the chance to say, let me have a snapshot, but the way he improvised, at that point you could see that the ball was not bouncing for him. He had to make sure that he gets it wherever it lands on the half volley.
James alongside us, we are joined by an almost fierce cyclist. I can see going up there, hey, I'm still only 21 officially. Got Demo Mudal himself alongside us in commentary. Thank you very much for taking your time, Senna. Lovely to have you here.
It's my pleasure and I feel comfortable and I'm so happy to see a lot of people coming and support our local soccer.
That's good to hear. Have you been privileged to see some of the games in the build-up to the final yourself?
Yes, I've been following the games and I'm so happy when we see BEE and AMANDLA qualify for the final. So I think those are those two teams that even myself, when I look at them when they play, I said these two teams are going to the finals.
As a quick one putting you on the spot, I saw Jeris Kosana earlier, and I saw Kenya the Cox, and I want to the Cox, a full kick on. He wanted to play. How come we didn't see you play today?
Yeah, well, when it comes to these games, you must make sure that your policies and your medical aids are in order, so that when something happens with you, that you're not going to struggle.
You need that one because now the reflexes are no longer there. It's only the mind.
Mr. Mudal can tell you, between James Maringa and Lakim Kashi, the fastest I've moved on, I've seen them move is when they're dishing up the lunch. That's the closest I've seen them move fast.
Yeah, well, I think like he maybe can take the trophy when they're jogging. I know James, and I saw him jogging one time. I said, this is my boy. I know he's always jogging in the morning.
There's a good interception there from Kopano Twinsane. Then I have to say, James is arguably one of the fittest young old men you've ever seen in your life. So aside from you starting your commentary career here today, what else is Mr. Daniel Mudal doing away from, after football? I know you're still part of footballing circles. Just trying to find out exactly for all of your fans and those sort of associated with a couple of years Asandawana. What is exactly Daniel Mudal doing outside of football these days?
Yeah, well, I'm still an anti-government with Sanders. So, they're still, making sure that, we work. And then, I'm so happy about my job at Sanders because I'm working next to the supporters, Those people who supported me throughout my football career. So, today, when I'm working closer to them, I feel so happy because they made me who I am today. I was not going to be ambushed without them. Even today, I know a lot of people here, they already recognize me. Others, they maybe wanted some pictures, selfies, and whatever. So I'm saying that, these people are the ones that who own us because they made us who I am. I don't know other legends how they feel, but myself particularly, I know where I'm coming from. I started in the Dusty Road Dusty Street of Manila. So today, at least they can play at the lawn, and I'm so happy to see a lot of supporters coming and support the local tournament.
And that's what makes great icons of the game, such humility, and says he's thankful to the fans and they made him who he is today. Well, I like to say your 2 feet made you who you are in your head as well and your heart. Long may continue your involvement in South African football. Are you thinking ever of coaching on as well and coaching?
No, well, coaching, it's not for the fainted heart. As the late Shakespeare Kumwani will say, I'm afraid to coaching. I can't do it. Like today, as you can see, I've got grey hair. So, yeah.
Chance as well for Amanda, who the Danielson player looked the sharper of the two teams approaching that attacking third. I think I'm going to be employing more of a counter-attacking approach approach, it seems, as agents.
Yeah, I think what they do, they play at the back where they're looking for counter attack. You can see they're really on the number 11 and the number 7 and their striker number 10. So they're making sure that they allow Amanda to come closer to them, and from there they catch him and counter attack.
There was a ball, this man alongside the general Mambishwada would have done something with. It fell to, I think, Nicholas Nguni, the back post unmarked. Great delivery from the 27-year-old midfielder, Karani Profilarazi.
He should have done better from there. Mavush knows very well that he used to sneak in at the far pole and get a good header to try and get a lead from that.
Yeah, but that in that situation, you don't head it. You just keep it on the chest so that at least you can see if your teammates are coming, or maybe you can strike. Those balls, Jonas Koshana will hold it on the chest and look, and that he was always sharpshooter. When he shoot on the first post, the ball can go to the net,
Speaking of shooting, it was confident, to say the least, from James Itembe.
They have to keep on trying from different angles with 200,000 at stake. Surely everyone will want to be in that squash to say, hey, I've contributed to the team.
Yeah, well, 200,000 is a lot of money regarding this kind of tournament. So even these boys, where they are, I think their mind are there. As James has said, that that one he said, I want to make sure that I contribute to my team if it win this 200,000. So I think their focus. Their focus is on that money. So I think one of the two, if this game is not going to finish, is going to go to the penalties.
Here's a question for you, Daniel. A man who's competed in the highest level. How do you deal with the pressure of having 200,000 rand right there for you, and as well as the trophies and so on?
Yeah, well, as when we were still playing, we told ourselves that when we go to the field of play, we're not playing for us, we're not playing for individual glories. We're playing for the supporters, because they're the person who came and paid for their last money that they're supposed to go and buy food for their families. But now they come and encourage us to come in. That's why when we play, we make sure that, if I win, you can see that, hey, my heart is going to be sore, because I disappointed those people who came in numbers, to come and support us.
Well, it's 17 rand a litre, Eric. Well, that's the words of Daniel Mambishwada. We do thank you very much for your participation, and I'm sure we'll be back again in the commentary box with us, and I hope to ensure that they take care of you. You enjoy the football, sir?
Yes, I enjoy the football. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
So I'm down to one legend now. Just you, James. It's just you now.
But one thing I must say, I had an honor to play under his guidance at Sunrise. He was the team manager, and also the FCAK. He is very passionate about football. He always wishes the best for people. He lead by example. He was the captain on and off the field. Even now, in retirement, he's still the captain. He lead by example.
Ball possession is in, and it's the home team, PE, in the last a few minutes who have had a monopoly in possession. But overall, yes, it is still them, 76 over to the FC. It's a bit, oh yeah, I thought so. I was going to say, the FC from playing side looks as if they've had more of the ball, but there's confirmation exactly of that. But it is PE who have had the more goal attempts.
You could see the strategy was clear from the onset to say let's pile more pressure on Amanda, because once they start playing from there, we will have a problem. So let's put them under pressure and try to get an early goal to unsettle them.
Just under 5 minutes before we hit the half-hour mark in this the 27th edition of the Philly Games at Makulov Stadium. This year's final being contested by PE and AMANDLA. What is it, the teams in A in this competition? Last year's Abarobuli and AMANDLA. Now it's PE.
Oh, okay. They're always fighting for the R to who reigns free from the alphabetic order of the way they pronounce their names. But the good thing about these games is that it started as peace games to make peace between Udeni and Kalambazo. So we need to commend Brafili for staging such prestigious tournament. It has grown up to what it is today, to be live on the Web of Champions.
called growth, my friend. Kopani Chunsan, in the meantime, seems to have injured himself as well. Looks like the keepers are taking stride for this encounter.
The other side now it's a calf injury.
Yeah. Before that it was, I think
It was
a thigh.
more like a thigh or a hamstring injury. So the keepers today will have to play a crucial role, take into account that they've been carrying niggling injuries.
Man, if I'm both sets of strikers, I must be thinking to myself, I've seen both goalkeepers go down and potentially carry some sort of niggling injury. Let's test them out as we see Coach Isaac Pasani going into his charges and just telling him exactly what he would like to happen. As well as Colegi Lalanze also his defensive staff taking the opportunity to have words with the likes of Sydney Mswasane, who's looked decent up front whenever movement was provided, and as well as options for him.
That's a signal for players when you see a goalkeeper going down with a niggling injury to save. Whenever you get a chance, try to I mean, the beautiful people always come and watch the beautiful game. What more will if you are graced by the likes of legendary Kennedy Mwene from Sundowns.
There he is, trying to hide himself. We see you, Kennedy. We see you. Oh, we've got some of our colleagues as well. Joseph is out there, chilling nicely with that hat of his.
It's a beautiful game. Always action, beautiful people.
I mean, look at that. We were speaking to him. Gentleman Bushman down next alongside Chimani. Luckily Kwati as well as Jamalani Mendu. Oh, what a star-studded lineup that is.
Very rich. Even in their prime, they were very rich the way they used to play. Abundance of talent in them.
You know, before the game, you guys, I was looking at you guys alongside Lucky, and I was thinking to myself, man, he looks like he just finished playing like 2 months ago. Very ripped guy, very fit guy, and I jokingly said to the other Lucky, Mr. Mfati, he said, "No, Temba, I live a lavish life now. I don't need to run anymore.
You have to live the healthy life. The secret,
I knew you were gonna say that.
the secret is always in the genes. So it's more like a second nature to you. So hence, you see me like the way you said, I'm the fittest. Oh yes, we do make sure that we stay healthy.
So oldest young man you'll ever see in your life, James Mayinga. Now, referee Donald Taki says, let's go forward, gents, which Manda BE returns it in kind and looks to move it forward. Now it's in Pele. He thinks about it and gives it over to his skipper Vilarazi, who is going to have been upended there. A couple of fireworks going off in there. We start something for your picture there.
That's the excitement from the fans to want to make it a spectacular. I mean, the ambience that they always create in the stadium. They've seen Mayweather, the #1 fan from Highlands Park, gracing the occasion also. It's more like emulating Bota from Celtic to say, come on, let's create that vibe. Let's make sure that everyone enjoys these Philly games. By the way, he's from Tembisa, so I'm not surprised.
I'm a bit shocked that that legendary shower cap is nowhere in Tembisa today. A bit shocked. Maybe he's on the party somewhere.
Maybe the weather conditions are the ones that...
It's a round over Bendelas. FRP was Bonani Bele, who gave it over to his teammate on across to no one in particular can. That man roll up, shut down in the right back, keep it in. Didn't ever so well to put on the afterburners, and wanted a smile from 31-year-old Okuto Martinez, who showed the pace of a 21-year-old there. Good recovery from the fullback.
But that was a lunging tackle. Had it got Lolo's ankles, we'd be speaking something different.
Quick throw in on the near post. Nonobu was the target of it. As Shalani goes up for it. Oh, Tottenamati.
Tender, kasi flavor, marinating at its best. Tikka chicken sauce. They have to show you the shimmy.
That's a way back, guy. Tell us
Quick release there from Tinyeka, who seems to have gotten over that early injury scare. Well, nothing better follows after that original cross from Amapi. Amanda had a chance as well to whip a ball into the box, but it ended was the ball in the terraces. Now let's see a bit of that. Now you see me, now you don't. What a guy! Get there now.
James is a terrible. Nifty footwork in the middle of the time. Try to turn it on to say Begami.
James Sitere. just operating behind Sydney Twane today in the 10 row. Looking for his creativity and with a decent touch. Nice 1-2 play there from the team in red. And so the tender boys look to tenderize Amanda, but man, Bongani Mbele was just too eager to burst forward and was deemed offside quite by some bit though. Disappointing given the fact he could have looked down the line and seen exactly where he needed to place himself.
Indeed, but credit must be given to the back four of AMANDLA. The movement has been synchronized. But you look at the way Ononogbo dispatched the ball to Bongani Mbele. You could see the strategy that now has drifted from the midfield to go to the wider area.
It's Namba, the 25-year-old midfielder, gives it to Onogbo, former TTM, or the current TTM man. Loses out to from my view, Tanka Kuto. Mola to him. Good touch there from Khongwane. He gives it and goes. It's on that far side to Nicholas Mguni. Another one former of Orange Valley professionals. It's the captain, Kalani Popularazi, who's been pulling the strings essentially. They move it over, wide to get number Hampton in. The ball is in the box, they think about it, and they do unleash a shot. Through that man, Joseph Panyani will cut him from that right-hand side. He originally started on the left. Danger signs there. If you allow the likes of Upolo Kompo, Joseph Panyani to cut in the box, he will hurt you. Touchback from Mbele. They lose out. PE, that being Ama PE, look to build again.
We spoke about the fine line between winning and losing in such conditions. You could see the Banyani as they are about to pull the trigger. He's left, but Jovo, for that matter, has done a good job on Nguni because he's a nifty, crafty player that can take you on, come rain, come sunshine. But this time around, the young Jovo has done well first time.
Nicholas Mguni again. Looking to isolate his man. Was an initial cross from Mola to name, touched and moved on by Khongwane onto the wall position. Joseph Banyani looked to create space for himself, and I think just slipped at the crucial time, and as a result, not enough purchase on that shot. Now the relay from the set piece, the ball is long missed, originally by the striker, Khongwane. Up on his feet is Isaac Hassani, not happy at all. Not happy at all.
You could see the faces, the anxious faces from the AMANDLA bench with the Honorable MEC of Education and Gauteng sitting to say, hey boys, I'm here. Do what it takes for you to win it. But this time around, it's not working for AMANDLA. They've been put 3 or 4 touches together. So far, PE has been on top of them. They just need that one goal to unsettle them.
Maybe he brought the exam script along with him.
It's the result this time around of what you have done for the whole year.
No, it's not, but he thinks about it and finds Mbele a switch to. Besides momentarily, Mbele looked to rifle it in to the direction of Sydney. Zwane was already making a run forward, had to check back. As a result, it allowed the AMANDLA FC defenders to cut off that attack. Referee Paki showing his athleticism, getting out the way quickly. Ononogbo looked under pressure from the onset. Young Onyedikachi Ononogbo.
You could see the experience there. They have to keep on trying from far. They know that the slippery pitch, you have to try it from long range because now the niggling injury that we spoke about, they spotted it.
10 minutes before the half-time break, a game that started at high tempo, settled down around the hour mark. And I think it's been Ama PE who started to get into their stride more into this game. Originally been dominated by AMANDLA FC, but both teams carrying an attacking threat equally at that. Good to see. It is 5 attempts on 2. Fortunately though for the home team, from those 5, none on target. Learn's cross, hand shot, almost caught it. And away, but he watched it all the way onto the roof of his net. seen a lot of the ball as a 31-year-old left back, James.
Yes, he had to try from far because Posane was out and he had to try and chip it. Unfortunately, he couldn't dip it behind, but it was well covered by Tusanga.
There's a ball out of Vanvi Park, or former Pasakaba Pajela man. Now with the Swallows FC. From his touches are decent. He gives it over to his teammate. And strike comes in. Ball brought to Vilagazi. The second ball. To aim it and running to 27-year-old attacker Nicolas Mkumi. He is he started his career of Sibuken Zone 20. Well, beauty Sibuken, it's a place that is littered with the zone 1, 2 and 3 and so on. Wow, it's a man Mkumi who does well, nifty footwork to manufacture a cross on the head just before the ball seemed as if it was going to go out. And he gets a corner for his troubles.
You spoke about the niftiness from Goon. He showed strength from there and the skill. To again, but you look at the numbers, the way they defend AMANDLA, everyone wants to get behind the ball. Unfortunately for Goon, who lost this balance as they're about to put in the cross.
Vilagazi goes, the main swinger goes deep and it's followed by Joseph Banyani. Over to Kuto. Martinez crosses decent. Did his teammate miss it? When it seemed easier to make connection. And at least test Kopano Tutsane. He was unmarked. He failed to do so. They come again to the defending champs. That's Banyani. Forced to go all the way back. Ball is still in midfield. What does referee Donald Paki say? It's a foul to the home team.
You could see how much AMANDLA wants this game from crosses. I mean, they keep on trying, but unfortunately they can't judge the flight of the ball as they are about to try and attack the ball. This is one downfall. They should have been 2-0 out now from the similar situations.
So the goalkeeper Kopano Tutsan is also got over that early initial injury scare. So it's Trozami the number. And he also started his football origins out of Salvation Townships in Soweto. Good chest work there in the centre of the park. Goes back to number. Vilagazi, he's been everywhere, has Kalani Vilagazi, very clever player, always knows to follow the play and snuff out the danger. Is going to be good anticipation from the 27-year-old midfielder.
Left-footed holding midfielders, they're always a genius. It just reminds me of Thiago Motta from PSV.
Oh yeah, Thiago Motta, yeah.
It just reminds me of Emmanuel Petit from France. Because that's class at its best.
Out the big names now.
Not forgetting Redondo from Real Madrid. That's the such of nifty footwork every time. They look slow, but trust me, when they have the ball, they're always fast.
It's always ironic. You don't find too many left-footed players who are blessed with blistering pace, almost always intellectual types on the ball. Supremely technically gifted now. A bit of technique applied there by Bongani Mbele. His shot is rifled into the chest of an AMANDLA defender. They keep the ball alive to the Nobu. Nobu decent, good footwork there from the rank to Nobu. There were two options in the form of Namba and Amshalane. Namba found a good chance for AMAPE.
You could understand at this level that sometimes they take time to understand whenever they're in the final set to try and put a pass where it heads most to the opponents. Sometimes you find it a wayward pass or the height or the pace of the ball is not up to what they want it to be.
The fans excited. Referee Parky spotted a illegal handling of the ball there. It's the first yellow of the encounter, which goes to unlucky number 13, Jabulani Mlambo.
he had to do that. He had to take one for the team. As you could see that Ndlovu was persisting going forward with Mbele. What a combination from the left-hand side. Mbele was on the other side to receive it. And then Lamba said, hey, I'll make a man laughing at Bamba.
A free kick from that handball from Lamba. Is it a punishment conversion for the defending champions? Usumoze Dingeka organizes his two-man war. Aiming or putting his sights on it is Murukachi or Nobu. Difficulty to get the dip and whip, retrieve the goalkeeper from that distance with that sort of technique.
That was a very ambitious shot, taking into account that it was from far and also wanted to bend in, do rather float it and allow your tall players to contest for it. Anything can happen, it's in the box.
Clever turn, committed himself. Karani Povulagazi, there's an indication again of how well he reads, or on that instance he misread the pace of the ball and the bounce of the ball, but an indication of he always sniffs out where the danger possibly would be, almost like a fireman putting out fires for his team. How many players in the box for running around the box for the defending champions there, James?
There were 5 defending in numbers. It's a game of numbers. You look at AMANDLA, they only had 2. That shows that they don't commit more players going forward, and that's where you can't. You have to create your own luck. You have to create your own chances. Add in more numbers and try to make sure that you have options going forward.
2 minutes before the half-time break in this 2018 Phillies games are final. And 200,000 rand up for grabs for these two teams. Turbe gives it over to his teammate Olani Sitole. Acrobatic clearances all around. So the coach for AMANDLA. And you know extremely well to James.
It's a young and upcoming coach, Coach Abraham. He was coaching the MDC of Chippa United, and unfortunately when Coach Tinkler left, he also left with him to say the whole technical team need to do the honorable thing. But what a coach. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to the beautiful game of soccer.
I remember him in his season with the Chippa United MDC team. One of the fresh-faced ones in that particular tenure.
Absolutely. He's the student of the game. He will always want to be in the thick of things. You could see the way AMANDLA are playing. His influence is already there because there is a well-structured team.
Definitely a good structure to the approach. Now Olatan is less favoured. Right foot and almost found a third goal result for AMANDLA, and it all ends up in Nicholas Mguni smashing the grass in. It's disbelief how he couldn't apply the finishing touches. This is approach play there.
It was a good cross from Tole. As from Mguni, he should have powered his presence, his muscle, flex your muscle to get in front of Ndlovu and try. Such kind of situation, they don't come off.
Ball goes deep, callers make sure they don't. And Banyane is straight up goalkeeper Tunzani. Power not enough on that shot though to trouble Tunzani. He thinks had it been to his right hand side with a bit more power, the story may have been different.
Sometimes the anxiety in the final third is what is making them to lose more concentration.
Now James Banyane back for seconds with a clever little pass to the outside of the left hand side of AMANDLA box. One there by Nobu. One made for him by Mbele. The Nobu Peter has to hurdle past his man. Surely that must be a yellow card for Sipesi Mbele.
But you know what happened? They took a short corner and they've sent their centre backs and they lost the ball in the middle of the park, and that's where the problem started. That's why Pele had to make sure that he cancels out on a knock whether I got a yellow, but I have to take it for the team. You could see he was waiting for them. He was waiting for him to try and not to commit as early because they were less in numbers.
Somehow, young Sukesi from Gordon, the midfielder, survives without getting a yellow card. Oh, so deliberate and blatant.
It's the manner in which he always apply himself. He don't just go there recklessly so. He always try to say, I wanted to win the ball, but unfortunately, he eluded me and he ended up bouncing on my leg or on my shin.
What are your thoughts as we ebb away, a couple of seconds remaining in the first half? Your thoughts on how both coaches are going to be feeling heading into the halftime break as and then Fenwani looks to make a nuisance of himself. Joseph Banyani has to turn back. Finally finds an option in the form of left back. Malatina, a decent cross. And just missed in the front post by an onrushing Fenwani as referee Donald Parky says that's it for the opening 45 minutes. James, your thoughts are quickly on what both coaches will be thinking.
Probably they will have to continue from the way they have left off. As for Amanda, they need to try and make sure to play the ball 2 feet. Try to bring in the likes of Ngunde, who is also good. Banyane, he needs to up his game because there's nothing. Good work done by Tabiso Kubeka and Bongane to isolate up front. As you've seen, Amanda, they don't have a reference whenever they go for. They play all the high balls.
As you heard, Amanda FC have it all to do. Amapi will be happy with their defensive structure. The next 45 awaits us. United, a player
Well, the scores of fans who have braved the cold weather to witness the 2018 Phillies Games final here at the Makulong Stadium in Tembisa have been treated to 0 goals at the end of the first stanza. It ended 0-0 both to AMABE as well as AMANDLA. Well, not the type of half that we expected. Somewhat a bit cagey when we started. However, AMABE enjoying most of the possession.
It's always the final is like that. Both these teams were watching each other during the semi-final. Remember, the coach for AMANDLA, Isaac, said that he knows that BE are going to be attacking on the left and right, so he's going to put people there so they don't have that freedom. That's what's happening. But for AMABE, for them to disrespect AMANDLA and just contain the first 45 minutes, they did so well. Lindwe, AMABE, the thing they had to do is bakore first half, but nabasakore first half. AMANDLA, they've got AMANDLA ukuthi babuwe second half.
But that's what we've been seeing throughout the competition. AMABE, they start well in the first stanza, but then in the second half they struggle. You were saying in the second half, as usually it's about one gaming.
And I can say because Nenteba can control the games very well from the round robin last 16. Nenteba dominator, and again you can see the attempts. He's always in the box, and that's what they need. Uchabalala, number 7 for AMABE. The crosses that are coming. Signin Ntshwane, the number 10. He's the typical striker. Baba Funayo, APSL, that he's always in the kitchen. Benny McCarthy says that when you're a striker, how not business from outside, you must always be where the danger is. That's why Ubona Ntshwane there making an attempt on AMANDLA's goals.
AMABE are getting in that goal third. What do they need to do differently to ensure they get a goal like?
They need to calm down, Lindiwe. There's nothing as good as a player that when he gets to a crucial area, Tamila Ateli Polanga Manzi, James Uchojwalo, although Yanana Raba, you just have to calm down, composed in the box, and you can punish. So they seem to be eager to score again.
We saw a slight concern for AMABE. They already have their first choice goalkeeper out. This is their second choice goalkeeper.
The saver Yenzila against Bayani, Simbiza Big 5. During June, this boy was playing against Blue Fighter Celtics, so you can see he's good. But the keeper, just to make that quick save to get on the ground, it was brilliant of him.
AMABE enjoying most of the possession in that first half. As we take a look at those halftime stats, there's nothing to show for both these sides. Would you look at that, 7 goal attempts for AMABE, just 3 for AMANDLA, and of course 0 shots on target for AMABE, just 1 Leasibonile just towards the second half for AMANDLA.
And how share about the fouls there? Because of the wet pitch, they are sliding and tackling. That's why you see so many fouls. But the referee has been on point to say that we know that it's slippery, so just calm down, and he's doing very well.
He's doing very well. The attack analysis, like you spoke about those 2 wings, but however, nasesiswini siyabona ukuthi kubhizi.
Into AMANDLA, Ukuto on the left hand side, the left back, those dangerous crosses in the box. If AMABE ababheki kahle middle, they'll get punished in the box because Kuto ushapa di crosses enzima Lindiwe.
AMABE coach seemed very displeased with most of those decisions. Uzothini ngehalftime kuba ukuthi bashintshe?
Ngicabanga ukuthi uzotshela uLelo, the right back, uri Mshimane, be careful, the crosses are coming from your side. Just stop going forward, contain them, and then let's see what they come with. Because if a goal comes, it's going to come from a cross from the left hand side. Yeah, AMANDLA.
Coach Isaac Glenn has been very vocal towards the end of the first half. Yena mele bayenzeni ke ukuthi bathole goal.
Because Isaac finally Tlamela Jotse Bashimanuri, they must play together. You see up front, Uno Big 5, Umbayani, and then Guno Ralph, Joseph. They must connect more. They are playing too far away from each other, and he wants them to play together.
He wants them to play together. AMABE 0, AMANDLA 0 in the 2018 edition final of the Phillies Games live at the Makulong Stadium on your World of Champions. Plenty of entertainment at halftime. Would you look at that? AmaBantula as entertainer. Sizonbona after le cave.
And the confirmation of the score. Will the fortunes change given what the man is carrying in that bottle? James V and myself have been trying to work out. Maybe it's one.
That's salt for you.
Oh, it's one.
It neutralizes things. So that's why they said, "Aish, even the beautiful people are surprised by what is happening."
For those who are scientifically inclined, that's sodium pentoxide. Now, back to all things football. It's our PE who are hoping to recapture the glory of 2010. It was about 8 years ago since they last had their hands on the Phoenix Games trophy. They're taking on the two-time champions, AMANDLA FC. In 2011, usurped them and took bragging rights on that particular final. 2017, they did away with Abarodoli. And they hope to repeat that trick yet again when it's all said and done. There's a 45 minutes that's going to tell us more. We even got DJing royalty, aka DJ Sheens. I know you're a house fan.
I'm not surprised. Everyone, this is a lifestyle type. Phoenix Games is a lifestyle. After watching football, you come and chill out, and you get to the tunes of the likes of DJ Sheens. So what more will you want?
Just to name drop my education, to work with the like in my own radio station or his own radio station, my current club. So, not the only one with celebrity friends, dear James.
Absolutely, there's plenty of them to grace. Even the likes of George Maluleko, still the glimpse of him. Maybe some of the other soccer players, they always come, but they want to hide themselves whenever they are still sitting at the grandstand.
Well, we still got another surprise. Speaking of legends, celebrities, and people of high profile, as I look over to one of my colleagues, Simon, he brings in a man who looks as if he's ready to do some WWE wrestling.
He's muscular.
He's muscular. He's chiseled. Oh, he's a former Pirates captain and a legend, a living legend at that. Of course, and then also know all your favorite celebrities and ex-players that you've spotted here via the socials. And of course, finally gets in the earphones and the headpiece and the mic in hand. Hopefully he doesn't crush it. If you're wondering who I'm talking about, the very well-traveled, well-spoken, well-ripped, lucky, a man who knows so much about football as well, Lucky Lukwati alongside me. Thank you very much for having us and making us look bad. Did you not eat Christmas? Pakos, Lucky. Hawaii Christmas Pakos, Igawona, Sansan Ujimi Lentati. That you cannot since January, there's your former teammate.
My captain.
Now, I know you, one guy who loves the sort of developmental aspects of football. And what have you made, Gantwe Bonamo, the Phoenix Games? I think you were here with Lewona last year, and you're back again in 2018. Well, enjoying our football. I'm
enjoying because of it's so it's
Yeah, you heard it from the man himself, Lucky Lukwati, James, who've encountered so many ex-professionals. It's good to see that it's not all about, seeing them on TV. You get to touch them, you get to get a few selfies like yourself, and Lucky, you tried to get a bit, I'm sorry, like that one out the bed.
It's one of those precious moments for the fans to able to come closer to their heroes who they used to watch only on TV. I mean, what a humble gentleman he is. Most successful captain from Pirates. I had a one-on-one interaction with him while we were still playing.
Now James was first, but Nasta Kosaka, as a red card, James is a red card. No, Mare, my is a bit of Saka is a yellow card. James is a red card.
Anyway, here's our PE. They're looking to go for the lead of the game. You've champions. You were already trying to tell you about.
The nickname, the nickname, yeah. You know what, man? We were enjoying the game. I was sitting with Jerry, Mambush, Jamalani, I don't know, like talking about the boys. I think, you know, they are doing very well. They're going to pull them. We need goals. We need goals. And even defense, like now they're complaining, they need goals. And for me, I think they'll go to the penalties.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm telling you, serious.
I'm hoping they won't go to penalties.
You know, let me tell
see
you.
it.
I remember 2010, I said we're going to win a triple. My chairman came to me and said, "Are you sure?" Then I said, "I'm sure we won triple." Then after that, he said to me, "You are a prophet, so you see."
So, moral of the story, who needs the Sangha in Kabin, the big Sangha when you got back to the question yourself?
I'm not a prophet, not a son of a prophet.
Oh, we're having so much fun here at the Kiddies Games. If you're still in and around the area, please come join us, or you will not be disappointed to get to meet the likes of Lucky the Carter. We saw Aroma, Mukurana as well, and Plazo in the mix. Daniel Mambush is here. Jamalani, man, do you name them? We got him. Even Jerry's Kosana, the partner, I saw him in the water. James Monica, before the start of the game, I can't take you that fella. I had something that becomes important.
You know what, they meet you, I wanted to play. Unfortunately, it's already. You know, let me tell you something. I play Liga Mutumbi, so we won the league and we won the trophy, charity cup. So that's why, and I think it's good to go to give back to the community. Go to them, you know, play for free. Because the place you know the foreigner to watch the shovel and Amatela. So it's nice to do well for our give back to them, also well.
So, are you the oldest player in your team?
No. I'm not the oldest. I'm not the oldest. I'm the fittest.
Oh, thank you. That team seems like Kobe.
And I Kobe.
You guys are doing well. James, but you guys lucky the party. Arguably some of the fittest old guys I've ever seen. My word, putting me to shame. Anyway, as I was asking a bit earlier, we got the defending champions, AMANDLA FC, who started the game off well, but sort of faded away here now. Here's a 1-2, they're looking to get in the front foot. Rama PE, it's simple to see their tactic. Absorb pressure, hit them on the counter to the likes of Onogbu and Baird and Sitebe as well. What have you made of what you've seen in terms of how this has found? It's been a tight one.
Yeah, a tight one. For now, I think about the penalty. The way Lord Batalagating. Like chance to nobody created it. They are few. So it shows the chance to you for
well, you heard it from the lips of Lucky Kwati, the former London Pirates, a skipper man who called the treble before it even happened, and it happened. Nonetheless, he says penalties. We shall see. Lucky Kwati, we appreciate you. Please do enjoy the rest of your evening here.
Thanks so very much, and thanks to all the friends that are watching. For nobody, thanks to them.
As you see a shot there of Sydney Ntwane, who started, showed spurts in the second or the first half, I beg your pardon, James. He looked as if he was going to provide some good movement up front as his sub comes in now for AMANDLA FC. It seems as if it's a double sub at there. We'll get you the identities of the two players. We've got Banyani off, and we also got Mabaso off. So attacking substitutes for coach Pasane.
You want to inject more pace going forward and creativity from the middle of the park, because you can see that Redumated has been an isolated, frustrated figure. He couldn't able to play the ball to feet. So this time around, coming in with Pasane, surely chances are he'll be able to do well coming from keeper positions.
Yeah, one of the players who's in is Spusi Sokoba, who comes in for Maba, so there's a confirmation of that.
In fact, that's Koba, but always have the creativity.
Yeah. Speaking of creativity, now the ball, it just stole for the crossbar, definitely. The goalkeeper for Simo Sintina and worried. In that instance, he's one of the new men there. No, Mulefe. Jones of the number 9 jersey. He came on for Joseph Banyani. As you see that attack, that attempted cross, comes short. They almost dipped in there, James. Keeper went, almost ended up being in a bit of trouble.
The good thing about AMA PE, they always use their wing backs to attack.
Now a chance, back to live visuals. It's all happening thick and fast, and it's all coming or falling for the man in red. They seem to be getting stronger and stronger as the game continues, James.
Absolutely. You look at the Ndlovu who always wants to go forward because the fullbacks, they always get in and they create that number, they create the reference whenever they go forward. Unfortunate for him, he couldn't hit the target. But so far, young Thabiso Ndlovu has had a wonderful game for AMANDLA.
Also confirmation that Neo Mulefe coming on for Joseph Banyani, one attacking sub for coach Isaac Mpasane. Clearly he's not happy with something, because he would have thought at the start of the second half he would have given it at least 15 minutes or so just to suss out how the game is going and then perhaps make his double. Not only one, he made 2 subs at that.
For the better part of the tournament, they've been using wing play more often, AMANDLA. But this time around, you could see that AMANDLA have done their homework in the form of Lolo, Mashalane and also Thabiso Ndlovu, neutralizing those wingers who are very dangerous whenever they go forward.
And a bit of a mistouch, more than just a bit of a mistouch for Rikineti. Ekwangwani have marshaled the more, the top goal scorer for AMANDLA FC. A good work there to regain possession. There's 2 around and now Mulefe. Look at the pace, look at the freshness. It's Mulefe, beats 2, beats 3. They couldn't beat though the outside line there.
He spoke about injecting pace, and that's what he brings in to this side of AMANDLA. Unfortunately, he didn't show the line. The line was going out, and for him, he had to make sure that the ball stayed in play.
A bit of a Mexican wave happening in Tembisa. Normally they say that's always a sign that the fans are poor. I don't think that's the case. I think it's been good action. Perhaps still lacking that all-important opener in the final.
They want to cheer the players in the field of play to say, we need a goal. They say, goal, we need a goal there. Because you guys, it seems like they're seizing each other without even scoring.
Of course, a reminder, if it ends at a stalemate as this, we go straight to a penalty shootout, the lottery of penalties.
The ambiance around the stadium. This is what you need. That's Kasi football for you.
Well, they say fun in the sun, now this is fun in the night. Over Tembisa, lights are on, floodlights are on, looking beautiful. The shadows are cast on the pitch, and the fans are playing their part. It is
they're always creative whenever they come to the stage. We've seen placards return certain notions, quotes from the Bible to how they feel about life. I mean, you create your own happiness in life,
these fans just in front of us are creating happiness for. Here's the fans are. There's a banana impaired through the legs of the defender. That's Roba. Move it over to his teammate Rikineti Ekwangwani. Everton Bona, the striker.
And one thing we need to mention, Temba, especially Shembele, has never stopped running. He has been in the thick of things, trying to orchestrate passes going forward. The only displeasure that they have, they don't play the ball where it hurts most the opponents. Play it in the final third, in the kitchen, where the strikers are waiting. Anything, a foul can be committed in front of the 18 box.
I think you're right. If you look at the strikers, Ekwangwani, Jolas and Gulini, they're still waiting to receive their meals. As Villarreal in midfield, he's been quite productive. Manful in his performance there is again gives it and goes and gives it to Specific Zene, the 23-year-old from Orange Farm. A ball over the top with Evade, the striker. It does evade Ekwangwani. Quick release from Tunzani, too quick for his own good. There's being readied as well for coach Abraham. And he was about to come on as Taban Ramola.
Another creative player try to get openings in the final third of the film for AMANDLA.
In fact, it's a Patrick Mercer, according to the team sheet that they're giving him. Jersey 12 today has been won by Patrick Mercer, and not traditionally is taken by Taban Lamola.
It looks like this game needs some injection of creativity going forward for both teams, because you could see that every time there's always bouncing balls or unfinished passes that always goes astray, and that's where they've been making for both teams. They need that quality, but you could understand at the level they are, they have to learn as the game progresses further.
Is 2 minutes away from the hour mark in this encounter. Oh, the atmosphere is so electric here. It's really gone up a notch as the fans are urging on the players just to provide or find a bit of extra quality, that extra gear as a shot comes in. And it's a wide goal from Mbele. I start thinking to myself as we get edge deeper and deeper into this encounter, how the leg's gonna be for Amapi with 1 to 2 penalty shootouts already. And I think they'll be quietly confident of winning on penalties should it come down to penalties. And that's exactly what I'm speaking about, that English word, ambiance. Plenty of it here.
If you're a player, this is the kind of ambiance you want to play in front of to showcase your talent. And being like on TV, what more will you want? That's a great opportunity for you. Go out there. Whenever they sing Asande Nono, try to make sure that you give them quality, you give them that skill that they always deserve.
Well, here's my challenge though. Football loving South African fans, next year we need a new song. Sihambile Nono Samshia Samlanga Futi. I wonder in 2019 what's going to be the theme song.
But they always recycle the songs. That's the creativity of supporters. They will come up with something different. Watch 2019, a year of promise, a year of new opportunities.
Some say we recycle songs, same way we recycle coaches in South Africa.
Most probably.
Now, it's Okuto. Molatsine with a decent cross. Near post and fizzed. And then the near post, but a bit too much power on that attempted cross from the 31-year-old Abi Pakbon. The fullback, possession stakes in favor of the home team.
But also one thing we need to mention is that whenever Kuto going forward, they know that they always bring quality crosses, but no one is challenging that ball in the front ball. And that's where they are making. But you will understand, like I said, that at this level, certain things you will learn as you go or you get introduced into professional setup. How you attack the ball, your awareness and everything aspects of the game that it needs at the professional level.
If you look at both teams' respective records in the build-up to the road to the final, Amapi have failed to score in regular time anyway on only 2 occasions. That was in the first game that they played against Panisa FC, and in the first leg of the semi-final against Jengeza FC, they failed to score there as well, as they went on to win 5-4 on penalties. Well, the opponents scored in pretty much every game that they've played in.
They know how to score goals. As defending champions, they were able to work their way up, making sure that they always give their fans what it is.
And they keep coming thick and fast. We got the next man in with the hardest handshake you'll ever feel. Got Aaron Mukweneke Mpazo, man who had more than 100 caps for South Africa, former Blackburn Rovers defenders. A power comes in, splitting. I got AMANDLA, or rather Amapi defense.
We spoke about stray passes in the final set, and that's you can attest to such situations. These are goal-scoring opportunities that they need to make sure they seize them.
Now we've got a defender, one of the best we've ever produced, to dissect that one. Let's just jump straight into the action. What have you made of the game? Quite a cagey affair. 60-odd minutes, just over an hour mark. This encounter has a feel of a final, does it?
Well, it does. Because I think it's been a beautiful game to watch. But the problem is not finishes. As James has alluded earlier on, it's all about making sure that you put the ball behind the net. That's all it is. I mean, it's beautiful to watch. you can see that there's nice touches from the play, but it's all about winning the game. I mean, like you said again, 62 minutes to go. I mean, 62 minutes in the game. It's all about really to score the goals.
Having played in a lot of big games and competitive matches, what does it come down to? Concentration plays a big key role, particularly in these tight fixtures. Doesn't look like it's going to end up being a 4-4 unless something miraculous happens. What is a crucial dynamic as the game edges closer and closer to the final whistle and perhaps beyond the extra time?
Well, it's all about concentration. Concentration, it plays a big part of this game, especially now. I mean, it's 27 minutes to go. It's all about now concentrating, and the legs now are a bit tired. The boys are now a bit tired, so it's all about now concentrating, shut down the back door and again score the goals.
Aaron, enough about football, man. What are you doing away from football these days? I heard that your selfie game is improved.
I wish. No, actually, I'm still around. I'm doing a bit with obviously Kwese. I'm doing a bit with Telton. I'm doing a bit with Soweto Gold. So yeah, as we said, your image is your property. You look at the boys in England or abroad. What they do is they make sure that while we play, they build their images so they can be able to be brand ambassadors of companies. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Just in short.
Nice one, Isaac. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Daniel. Ever thought of having hopes of getting into coaching now? You see, Tony McCarthy doing well, former players doing well. Aaron McGuinn himself want to put on the coaching hat?
Well, I'm on my C UEFA license, but I don't think. I think James is better on coaching than myself. As you know, that I'm part of SAFA management as well. So yeah, it's a bit on pieces, but coaching, I wouldn't really say yes for now. Just for now.
Just for now, maybe in future, maybe in a couple
just maybe, yeah.
The work as well for the great man himself, Aaron McGuinn. I much appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening, sir.
No, thank you so much. Thank you, Billy.
Absolutely, you're having a whale of a time here, and it's not done yet. Go from past players to present players. We've got King George himself, readying himself to make his debut on the mic. Cool as you like, with the whole brick suit outfit on. We're bringing in the big guns, James. We're not done yet. Introducing to you Chiefs midfielder. There's George Maluleka. Mr. Maluleka, very good evening to you. I hope that you've been very entertained with what we've encountered here today.
Yeah, like you said, it's been very interesting, both teams from Tembisa. It's very, very interesting, like you said. And yeah, the game I think is going to go to the death.
And then what you've made of the game itself, I mean, to start off, it's a pretty decent outcome in terms of the fans that have come out and participating in the Phillies games. I'm not sure if you were here last year, but we were here packed to the rafters as per. This year, none different, and the festivities have been thoroughly entertaining.
Yeah, I think the weather played its part to that. The fans were there, but yeah, normally it's always packed. For the past 3 or 4 years or so, Phillies games have been going on for a very long time. But going back to the match itself, the guys are really applying themselves. They're really showing their talents out there, and for the scouts out there, it's a really good game to watch.
And away from football, not to put you on the spot, how has the festive season been? How much chicken have you devoured thus far, if you do chicken?
There's no festive season here, we're working all the time.
Good answer.
I'm at work right now.
There's no change there. I like that. I like that. In the words of George Maluleka himself, the soft-spoken but a lion of a player on the field. We do appreciate it, King George, and I hope you all say the same to you. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of the game. And somebody said earlier, I can't remember who it was, Lucky the Quack, he said penalties. Are you seeing penalties in this one?
I think I am. Definitely. I really can't call a winner, but the PE have had the upper hand, but I think it's going to go to penalties.
You said penalties? Are you still saying penalties as well?
Oh, absolutely. If you look at the opportunities that they had, both teams, they couldn't have that cutting edge in front of goal. So chances are they might cancel each other to penalties.
Guess I'm on the only side that's saying they're still gonna find a goal in the end of the time. Anyway, George, much appreciated. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We've got suspicious political figures in the town. Now, you often don't see that in sporting terms. We've got the likes of Penazi Lissouf in the mix as well. Oh yeah, you're on TV, buddy. Yeah, you're on TV. PVR, catch up, whatever you want to do, let's just do it. Getting SS4 Mongwanegwa was giving you much entertainment. We're not just doing football, we're also doing interviews with stars right here in the commentary box. So we're absolutely having a fun time here. AMANDLA James.
We need to give credit to one of the sponsors, so where to go here. They're bringing us the legends into the game to have a nice feeling about what Kasi football it is, because they can attest that's where most of them or us have started.
As well, give credit to the city of Ikuruleni, one of the main sponsors of the competition. It's a 27th year of the Phillies Games. Started way back in 1992. As I mentioned, as a form of a peace-making event between various political constituencies and different parts of the Tembisa community, and it's lasted the test of time and long may it continue.
I think it has grown in drips and bounds from the first day. In fact, it was contested by two teams, two teams, and also Makulo.
Yeah.
So chances are, in fact, it was Kalambazo, not Makulo. So that's where you could see that the spade work has been done thoroughly behind the scenes.
Yeah, another great social attachment to it is that the games plow money back into the community of Tembisa as a cross comes in, looking to plow into the defense of Amapi. He was a 25-year-old striker, Timothy Thongwane. Some of the proceedings in terms of the winnings are donated to the homeless and HIV homes. There's a nice little social aspect to it as well.
It is without any doubt, Temba. And also the street vendors, they're able to benefit financially because now they're selling food to these masses that have descended in Makulo, which was formerly known as Jablube Stadium way back then. Current Janet Kennedy. That's where Sikkim Nisi with Professor Classic used to slaughter teams.
That's our case. It's a slaughter. Indeed. Of course, it's not just only about these two teams you see today. The spectators are able to experience some of the best and upcoming footballers at under 13 all the way to under 17 level as well. Cross-drilled to the far side, will it be kept in? The answer is yes. As Amapi, the Tender boys, look to get the all-important open. I think the first goal in this game is going to be so important, it goes without saying. Ball not cleared. The footwork from Thongwane. It's a foot race between the Thongwane and Chabisan Kovu. You have to check back a little bit. And it's bemused by the call there from the referee. Is it a penalty? This referee, Donald Mapika, pointing to a penalty, trying to figure it out and just see as well. Donald Mpanki says no, it's not a penalty at all.
The assistant ref, he's the one that was spotting the penalty. But because of the ref who was in the thick of things, it was a shoulder charge into Shungwane. So the stronger stood firm. Unfortunately for Shungwane, on his way, lost balance. Hence, it was a call for the penalty.
A beautiful touch there to bring it under his belt. The pass is also good on Adobe. You see that idea. He said that the goalkeeper watched all the way into his chest. One of the best chances we've had in the last 10 minutes or so. James as well, another great aspect of this competition is our next stars. I took it back to the next of Tembisa boys striker here for Esprimo Thongwane. They spotted playing for Mlilo. They talked to sign for Royal Eagles as well. They also had a spell with Ezen Kosi.
There is plenty of them. In fact, you look at the likes of Muzi, Mashaba, Tembazwana, straight on, Bumbi. The list is endless. And also our own Ratoshana, even George Maluleke, who was here, he played in one of the Phillies games. So Amarondo, Vuillomene, now with People's Bird, they played the occasion and it shows how much it means for these players. Even Ninja Fuke, there's plenty of them coming from tennis. I mean, this is a good platform for players. Now, on high definition, there's plenty of scouts watching. You just have to go out there and apply yourself.
And if they miss it, they can always catch it out.
Absolutely.
Memory serves me correctly, Rato Shabako did play for Amarondo last year as well.
Yes, he was playing. Unfortunately, this time around, he was not part of the team. But there's plenty of stars coming from different spheres of South African men. So chances are, they always do well.
A bit earlier, there wasn't a power, the pace of Thornwine, there wasn't a penalty, there was a question. It was being pulled, but then fell in the box, but the contact had been not as aggressive.
Both players were pushing, were pulling each other. Only the captain stood firm at that point in time, and that was a defender. That's what you need.
They look to change the point of attack. He thinks about it as the numbers look to follow the ball and post themselves in positions of danger. Not to be as Amapi moves out of that one. That's a tired looking pass. Now from Delani Bennett, the 26-year-old attacker. He's gone through a lot of work there.
The young Rivaldo Fox has been fantastic.
He's been fantastic, yeah. Former Supersport United prodigy.
Yes, that shows the experience that he has being introduced into a professional setup. You could see the way he's conducting himself at the bench. He has been marshalling them with so much precision.
What's most impressive, he's the youngest member of the squad.
Oh yes.
Only at 19 years of age. Still marshalling those much older than him and much more traveled and wiser than him.
That's the sense of maturity at its best.
As you see Valero who's just come on. It's a Villarreal on his left favoured right foot. Touch back to Zamila Nampa. He thought about it and did more than that, actually made contact with Nampa. But couldn't beat the goalkeeper. Dinginka, acrobatic clearance there. It's a mess. Difficult ball to control there, Mbelo. Bakeng has also come on from Guni.
Speaking about Rally Bakeng, he's a former left back of Tomo Cosmos. Yeah. So you could see how many stars have been coming to grace this tournament.
The ball is shot in at the back post and missed. The biggest chance of this game thus far. 15 minutes to go. He says, how I finish.
Anxiety creeping at his best. This is expected at this time around. I mean, good play from the left. A very one cross. Now, you need to talk. Chungwane, because he's a striker. Those are selfish aspects of a striker in the box.
Unmarked all the time. In the periphery, the goals. He was in a much better position than the Thongwane. He had to fling himself at the ball. He thought no one else was going to jump on the end of. He was wrong though.
We spoke about the cutting edge in the final third, and this was goal bound. But unfortunately, the execution from Shongwane, he preferred to be diving in than the Tyler one that was waiting. Unmarked communication of our beautiful game.
There's a breakdown in communication you've ever seen one. Arguably the defending champions' biggest and best chance of the encounter with 13 minutes to go.
If you look at the clock now, Tenda, that's where the tired legs now will be creeping in. The concentration level need to be up to its highest.
was loose possession there from the former Paroka left back, Ikuto. Martile. Now it's Amapi in the front foot. Numbers to either side of him. He gives it over to his teammate Mamba. The ball is in the box and that's finished though. Wouldn't have counted it, he's offside. Chances presenting themselves as this game edges closer to a full-time James. But no one seems to want to take these chances. The latest to fluff his lines is Bongani Mbele, the 26-year-old.
At times you just need to pull the trigger without having too many touches, because there's a cluster of defenders coming into blocking the shot. So some of them, they want to take the extra touch. You just get half a chance to make use of it.
Superb defensive work there. The ball moved forward and from their own half, in the attacking half of AMANDLA FC. That doesn't last long, but what a audacious attempt to pass from midfield from Spusiso Koba.
In fact, most of the goals that AMANDLA scored, it was from such passes from one side to the other side, try to place behind the defenders. Having spoken about defenders, you remember also Themba Shabalala from Cosmos. He used to play for AMANDLA. When they won it for the first time in 2011. In fact, in 2012, he was in that team. So these are some of the players that have gone and done well in the PSL.
There it is, the trophy, the two-time champions. AMANDLA FC won it back in 2011 and 2017. Amapi were able to get their hands on the trophy last time, about 8 years ago.
That's why they're playing for Themba. Everyone wants to put his hands on it. They want to make history. AMANDLA to win it and defend it for the second time in a row, because there hasn't been a team that has defended them in a row successfully so.
Just under 10 minutes to go. Are we heading for the lottery of penalties? It's looking ever so likely. I think I might have to concede that both teams will not score in regular time. We'll have to wait until extra time to find the goals. With a deep cross and the keeper misses. And so did the AMANDLA FC attacker. Ball is kept in. What can they make off of this? Nothing at all. Thinks about it. You could see he was in two minds then. He didn't know what to do. There was that man, Chabulani Lambon. He thought of crossing and then he changed his mind. He said, I'm going to shoot. And then he said, I'm going to shoot. In the end, he did none of the above.
Decision making is very crucial. This is where they need to learn. This is where they need to make sure that they are able to see things, to feel things coming. As a player, you need to anticipate certain actions, and that's one part. But also the rashness, they know now that it's only 9 minutes to go before the game goes, so they want to get that snap of a goal at the short period of time.
Big diagonal switch that you mentioned. Those big booming balls to either side of the flanks. And I think one of it's been quite noticeable is that Kuto Mohamed has been the fullback, the left back has been the furthest forward of the two fullbacks. Jamini Mrambo has been more concerned about defending, just ensuring that defensive line is not broken.
They knew that will produce quality whenever he goes forward. But the unfortunate part is that his teammates, they don't attack the ball because they need to strategize who goes first ball, who goes second ball, and also last ball.
A bit of throwing caution to the wind for both teams if they are to take it in regular time, 8 minutes and counting.
You look at the pressure now. AMANDLA coming like as their name says, AMANDLA. They're bringing more power in the final minutes of the game. Showing very spooky.
So the chances are with the back of the net. Well, give me back. They switch off the power for Amapi. That's why they're the defending champions. 1-0 with 8 minutes to go.
Wow. Ungakalukuyini. You could see the excitement there. Just look at the players, how much it means to them. The substitute.
It's the farmer, James. It's the farmer.
First chance, 8 goals. Even Tuntane can't believe it. We spoke about the diagonal ball. Shungwane just flicked it. And the touch, the first touch, it's within a short space, Temba. That's what we talk about. There's an instinct of a striker. Half chance, snapshot.
Beautiful, and you see what to keep. Rather the coach I said, Mpasani thinks about that. 200,000, we're coming for you. Zama B almost hit that. And turn that smile into a frown for coach Mpasani. What a finish. That was from Sefama. One touch, second touch, back of the net before the keeper even blinked. Clinical.
It's the first touch that set him up. Because there was a defender in front of him. If your first touch is good, Temba, as a striker, you will always score goals.
Boy, did he not score. Is that going to be the heartbreaker? Is that going to be the determining factor between getting the 200,000 rand or some of the money? There's confirmation of the goal scorer. Sifama coming on in the second half and replacing Joseph Bonyane. Boy, did that not work out. They put him of an impact sub and James for coach Isaac Mpasana. Perhaps that's why he was so excited. He's told his bench that, you know what, I told you I'm going to make this up. Look what's happened.
We spoke about introducing the depth and also the pace, creativity going forward for Amandla. Hence you've seen them step back. AMABE, for the better part, in the last 16, they managed to come back from behind. So is it this another day that they will want to avenge?
It's a good question. Looks like perhaps lightning might just strike twice for AMABE.
And we'll say it was a game of 2 halves. Because Amanda came strong in the second half and AMABE, they started very well in the first. I mean, the MEC of Education in Gauteng, Mr. Panyaza Lusufi, this will bring smiles to him to say, hey boys, take it all. Go share for yourselves as you have done well for Amanda.
And the subs are coming thick and fast. We've already had 2. We're just trying to find the identity of those 2 players. They're not really featured on the original team sheet. And is about to come on as Mpo Makaitani. He replaces Onobu. As Makaitani comes on for Onobu. He's had a good game as Onobu, but the TTN man looks as if he's on the wrong side of the result here today.
Yes, the runner out of steam. You could see that on the 86th minute. Chances are there are tired legs out there, and for him, he needed to lead by example. But let's see what the other side can do for now to see how much effect that's Johnny put it, to see what he can do in the last 3.5 minutes of the game.
The last throw of the Giants for coach Abraham. He has 4 minutes or so to turn it around, and asking so much over one of the 3 subs he just sent on. The edge of the box, well defended. All Amandla FC have to do is see out the game. Game management, as the football folks will call it. Disappointing cross from Tabisenko. Tired looking cross, James.
It is that for that. And if you look at the numbers of Amandla players that were defending, they were 5 compared to the 3 of AMABE. I think that's one aspect that AMABE need to improve if they want to come with an equalizer.
Final ball. There's that goal from Sirafe. And Sefama going to be the final nail in the coffin for the Tender boys.
Look how quick they are, Jabulani Mlambo, to try and sneak in the danger from far away. They always double up whenever they go and tackle the ball.
Jobu looks straightforward and rifles in. Arrows a ball to one of his attackers, and the ball.
That was Rally Bakenza audacious clearance.
He just cleared anywhere will do.
Nearly causing a corner against himself.
Nearly taking out one of the ball boys at there as well. 3 minutes and counting of this Phoenix game of the battle. It's to be a long throw in. Ball is hurled into the near post. One by 90-year-old defender, Vernon Fox. He's being superb. Only 19 years old. He lost his art of possession. And Konyane ignores the first option, which was the best option, then decided to be selfish. Disbelief etched on the fan's face. He manages a wide smile. There's a Konyane. He won't be smiling if they go on the other end and they equalize.
What an opportunity. It was 2 versus 1. That's where we spoke about the maturity at this level. It lacked at that time. So it shows that these are some of the aspects of the game that they need to learn.
Amandla FC ending this game the stronger of the two. Breezes past this man as if there's nothing. How's the ball? Not good enough. Was slightly overdone. I feel like that's arguably for me, James, my man of the match alongside his midfield partner Sitosi Kandelo while he was still on the park. They really marshaled things, kept to their position, have been disciplined, but also have provided something going forward for Amandla FC.
Whenever he's on position, he just simplifies football.
Simplifies it.
He plays easy touches. He doesn't want to complicate it. He plays where he's facing, and that's the name of the game. Play where you're facing. Don't try and do something outrageous.
Now it falls through. One of the 3 shots has come up for Amapii. So on that far side, looks to reload as Lolo. Shalan, he doesn't. Diving head at the near post. It comes to nothing though. Pressure mounts on the defending champions. Will they stand firm? They do for now. 1 minute. Already a couple of seconds into that 1 minute. I think the message is simple from Coach Ansa Gumpasane. Keep the ball as far away from our 18 as possible. Anywhere will do. A few seconds away from getting their hands on the trophy for a second consecutive year. Being the first club to do so in the competition's history and walking away because, of course, with that small little matter of 200,000 rand prize money.
And you have a good festive season. The final hours of the festive season. You go and buy yourself a present. You go check out your family for a bride in the New Year's Eve and also on the New Year. And this is one thing that this classroom, that's the only way they can get money. Make sure that they make a fortune for themselves while they do good.
You get to invest it. Looking to put some money in the bank. Amandla FC is referee. Parky says, that's it. And Amandla FC take honors for his second year running. They did it in 2011. They had to wait 6 years to get their hands on the trophy. They did it in 2017. Oh boy, they've done it again in 2018. Danke Siyabonga. Monati gets
the wear and tear. They managed to sustain the pressure that was put in. Even the coach doesn't believe it. To say,
he says, what's the game? It's unbelievable, James.
He spoke about it earlier on to say, I know PE, they bring a quality football. I mean, even the MEC of education is applauding the boys. The good thing is he going to give the boys all the money to share?
He has to, they work for it. And there was that man who was the hero of the day. He came off the bench, Litsu Farmer. It was his 83rd minute lethal strike. One little touch in the box, the second, the swivel of the hips, bang, hit the back of the net. For the past 5 years, we've never had a team who defended this. Amandla made this yet another victory this year. Well done to them.
Well deserved champions again. You look at the way they've been playing. You could see that they know how to win games at this level, and they managed to grow with this tournament to be where they are. First half, they couldn't play there. normal game. But second half, they managed to find themselves. They managed to string the passes. And it all thanks to Vilakazi in the middle of park and Mpene.
Yeah, good point.
Not forgetting Fox at the back and Vusmusim Tingenga, who played with an injury.
Kuto, Horatilian as well, did extremely well bombing forward for majority of the game, providing that width on the left-hand side for AMANDLA FC. They started, of course, this competition with a 2-0 win over Kuala FC. They did a jig of dance and a dance of joy for the second time in the second leg. They won 3-1. One of the quarters, it was a 2-0 and 2-1 win against the Grandios. The semis was Ramtimamto, who definitely know a thing about them now.
Funny enough, they had one supporter. They called him Mr. Billboard. He kept on ticking to say, who's my next opponent? I'm going to tick. That now, I'm done with him. Before the game can even play. And then, unfortunately for Lucky Lokwatu said, we're going to the penalties.
Sorry, Lucky. Your philosophical ways, thoroughly deep in question. To mention about the ticking, they ticked off Amanda, ticked off the Grandio, ticked off Ramtimamto, now they've ticked off as well. PAE James, well deserved for the champions. It's one thing they say to become champions, to do it again and retain it is something else.
But also to sustain the performance throughout the tournament, having that depth to able to change things whenever some of the things. That was a stroke of genius from coach Isaac Pasane to bring on Sifana for the unfiring Banyane, and look what he did. The first touch, I mean, that was a genius.
And the only team to have 4 clean sheets in the competition. AMANDLA FC, of course, a great save. Goals win your games, and defenses win your championships. Confirmation of the full-time score. It was the second half sub. Sifamo came off 7 minutes before time. It was the golden touch, 1-0 at full-time. And this was an all-important, crucial moment. James, was it bad defending or was it just world-class finishing?
I think credit must be given to Shongwane. Starting from Lambo, the diagonal pass, but the first touch of Sifama, I mean, that was a half chance. And then he made it worth that touch. I mean, what a strike from the young man. Look at the way. He knew what he wanted to do when the ball came.
Gave him Shalani no chance at all. And that made Isaac Mpasana absolutely lose his mind. Speaking 18 to 2030. Get to someone else.
Speaking of Shama Shwai Shwai.
Speaking of Shama Shwai Shwai. The scars of war. And it's people he won't care. The captain Vilakazi.
Absolutely. Casualties of war. Each and every one has its own casualty. And as a captain, you wouldn't mind it.
Of course, the feeder come to Swallows FC. Hence, you see the touch of Maroon. Just smacked it all over the stadium. AMANDLA FC. The 27th edition of this prestigious Augusta tournament. It is Kalani for Vilakazi, who leads his team to glory. Just don't do another injury there, man.
He forgot about the bruises. It's the excitement, Demba. The young man says, I'm going to lead the Chelsea as a captain. What a honor for him.
It's kind of hard to slide with no water. I'm hoping he doesn't do himself an injury.
Excitement at this point, they need to cheer their supporters to say thank you for standing behind us throughout the tournament. We didn't disappoint. We are bringing you the trophy out.
Spoil thoughts as well to PAE, who fought and had to wait for a long time to have a shot at the title. Their last title to it was back in 2010 and 2011. So then they had to wait all of 8 years to have a crack at it, but it's not their day today.
It took the children of Israel to come in 40 years under the leadership of Moses. So Sean with them, they might have a second chance again next year to say that 2019 we have to declare war to each and everyone that is standing in our way.
Well, they're marching into the promised land, unfortunately. They were told that the gates were closed, entrance denied. As AMANDLA FC and coach Isaac Mpasani celebrate, and I'm sure they'll celebrate long into the night. The spitting everywhere.
Here's the billboard man.
There's the billboard.
That's the billboard man. With the colored hair.
Okay.
He kept on ticking to say, first casualty tick, second one tick, I'm going to the final.
I wonder if him and Rasta are from the same WhatsApp group. You know, Rasta, the man who paints famous people.
Oh yes. Maybe you have to emulate someone.
Yeah, maybe they know something we don't.
The old Felani has done from Manchester United.
You see Rivaldo, Fox as well, just leading. As well, there was a Sikesike in Bele, who manfully performed in that midfield, in a midfield three. I think that's where they won the game for me. Bele, Vilagazi, and Mabaso, when they started the game. Of course, it's the officials first who are to receive their plaudits. Of course, get to their hands on that. Couple of medals, some medals, of course. So James.
And also Miss Philly.
Miss Philly,
What an honor.
of course, officials are led by Donald Mpaki, who is his assistants Abel Maputa, Charles Louis, fourth official Colin Dwayne.
Credit must be given to the match officials. They've done well throughout the tournament. It's not only in the final, but throughout. I mean, for Charles, there's been a custodian of these Phillies games from a long period. He's coming from the nearby township called it's named that's where Thailand Diamonds is coming from.
The losing finalists, PE. For them, it's bridesmaids honors. The Phillies tries to sort out those very entangled medals, it seems.
The name of the location or township we'll talk about, that's Rabbit Ridge. That's where Thailand Diamonds, who also played in Phillies games, who is now a goalkeeper coach at investment. But what unfortunately for Ononombo, he ended up in a losing side.
Some of the losing team members, like so that man James Sitiba, he tried just playing behind Sydney, trying. He did have some chances, but not too effective. And the Patrick Messa came on as a second half sub.
I think they need to learn that no matter how good you play, you need to put the ball in the back of
take your chances. Yeah.
When you look at the scoreboard, they won't say, how did you play? Or how much possession did you have? They say, what was the score? And if it's 1-0 like they did today, they say, okay, who was the winning? And then AMANDLA. They won't say, who played better?
In fact, history will always say, who won, not who came second.
Absolutely. You only remember as a champion, not as a runners-up.
You see there as well, there's a Bolani Belo, 26-year-old, getting his medal around his neck. Next up as well, a few more teammates. It's over. Ketare, Tariso Kubeka is on the centre back. Some of the subs who came on in the second half who didn't have the same impact as Sifama. That's a great learning curve for some of these players. I think another aspect that we'll mention, particularly for AMANDLA FC, is that only 4 players did duty in last year's final for coach Isaac Mpasani, and how well he's had to replay the game, reassess, and having another go at it.
It shows he has an eye for talent. He's able to scout the players, but he wants them to understand his philosophy. And we have seen him, he has done well for this boss, and they play for him. He's a player's coach. He can actually, because he's coming from the location. At times he talks their lingo. They understand him. They look at him as a brother figure.
Sometimes perhaps as a father figure, as he will tell you.
Absolutely, to Prafili, you see there he's excited, he's happy about all the proceedings.
Prafili wearing his sporty, very stylish Spanish guy from Duga.
Oh yes. And one thing we need to mention also, Temba, is that thanks to the heavens for not raining and spoiling the good game that we were watching. So thank you, heaven, for your mercy.
Jokinzi has said at the start of the encounter that watch, it's not raining, it looks as if it will rain at some point. As we're about to kick off, it will start raining, James. Rained 10 minutes before, and it stopped, and luckily it stayed away. Didn't rain continuously. Thank you for that one, Mother Nature. Last year, the game had to be stopped 7 minutes before time, and we didn't come back again. And now, for the finalists, the winning finalists at that, AMANDLA FC, champions back in 2011, champions in 2017, champions again the year after that. What a way to finish off 2018.
They really did start. They were very consistent in the tournament. They were able to score for each and every game they played, and it showed that they knew how to put the ball in the back of the net. In their minds, when the game was going into the last minutes, they knew that this is the time. You can see the way they are applying themselves in the second half, very strong.
And you see, like some Tutuzo Mabasa from Orange Farm, getting his hands on that. Meadow, as well as Ronaldo Bakeng came on the second half. All smiles. Philly, Dr. Philly's really happy with that one.
In fact, Ronaldo Bakeng is coming from Tedisa.
Yeah.
So he's embracing one of his own.
Sebon Mtsibi seems to play just a knock on the side of his face from Tom Space. As you see that man, Sipesike, 23-year-old midfielder, really good performance from him alongside Budagazi. James.
He stepped in today's game. He has been there, heartbeat. Wherever the ball is, he always anticipates the second ball. He's one for the future. I hope some of the teams, the professional teams, are watching at him.
Really forms a great foil for Vilagazi. Also, Musi Sokoba came on. Babyface Koba alongside more older teammates of Kongwani, who probably had not the best performance of those in blue today. Front of goal, he looked a bit lackluster. Just missing that sharpness that Sefama showed when it really counted.
Yesterday against Motu in the second leg of the semi-final, he got himself into the scoring, and what a beautiful goal that he scored. He moved the keeper off his line, and this time around, unfortunately for him, he didn't, but he will be happy because they won their champions now.
I'm sorry to realize what the 3 signifies at the back. The 3-time winners.
Oh yes.
You see, that's AMANDLA FC.
Meaning it's pinching.
It's pinching.
It's painful.
Pinch yourself, you have one.
Oh yes, they have to believe. And also, you look at the way these youngsters, like I said, it's for the first time. Some of them they're winning a medal.
Good point.
So this is excitement at its best. If you're able to achieve at the amateur level, what more is awaiting you in the future at the professional setup?
Maybe some of those who didn't get to get on the pitch, the likes of Andrew Howitt, who was an unused sub, attacking midfielder. Just before getting his medal there to some of the Penguin staff members. There's Monsieur Panyaza Bissoufou also want to get a medal, since he was on the technical staff as well.
Maybe.
Let's have a look. There's Phillies. They found a medal for him. Oh, he does. Here we go. She does, I mean. Oh,
that's the second one.
Yes, he definitely said, I can't say why I'm for
I could imagine the pressure from Coach Isaac Pasane sitting with your chairman on the bench. You are even scared to ban out instructions.
The chairman is happy, the coach is happy, the fans are happy, and so are the players. The main characters of this one as the trophy is handed over to Nkani Vilagazi for the second year running. The name and the ribbons will be blue. It's AMANDLA FC, crown champions back in 2011. Had to wait 8 years back in 2017. Come back again in 2018. Well played, Nkani Vilagazi and co, well deserved. 200,000 reasons to smile all the way into 2019.
Excitement at his best, Temba. Vilakazi was part of the team that won last season, and this time around he's doing it as a captain.
But we're quickly going to head to pitch side to find out if Bubbles is getting sprayed with well. Bubbles, hopefully not.
Thank you so much to our commentary team, Timber Boy, alongside James Mainga, as well as Arnold Rankoko Kasisutu. It's Amandla who's secure their successive double, having won last year against Abarondoli. They've done it again here against AmaBEE. I'm joined by the MEC of Gauteng Sports, of Education rather, Mr. Banyaza Lusuvi. We've been with you throughout the tournament. How delighted are you that your team has won?
I'm thrilled, excited. It's tough, you know, to build something like this just from nowhere. It's really humbling, to be quite frank. But it's tough because every time you unearth this kind of talent, people come and cherry pick, and then you have to start afresh. But the mere fact that you have to come with a complete new squad for this tournament and come and defend it, it's indeed humbling. I'm really thrilled, I'm excited, and I'm happy for the boys. I mean, they work very hard, I must be honest. They try everything to please me, and one is thrilled that we can go somewhere. We can go somewhere. We've got the skill, we've got the talent, we've got a very good technical team. We just have to marshal them appropriately. So I don't want to rush things. I always say these are building blocks. Let's take it easy. I think we'll achieve our goals.
And obviously, as the defending champions, would you say there was pressure for you guys?
No, there was. It was huge pressure. Besides, it was a derby as well because we are neighbors. It was very difficult. So we needed just to defend it, to one of the few teams to defend it in the history of the games. But most importantly, we needed to show people that we have the capacity, the talent and the skill to bring back one of those big teams that went out of this professional league, so that we can take these young boys slowly but surely, marshal them. Hopefully one day they'll be promoted and then they will play in the professional league one day. We don't have to rush them. We just take it easy. I know people are quick to say we want this team back immediately, but I really feel that we need to take it easy and ensure that we get the good results, and we're getting good results nowadays. So I'm quite excited for the team.
Just talk us through your emotions towards that end of 90 minutes. Did you think it was going to end in penalties?
No, I thought it was a penalty. I mean, the referee pointed to the spot. The linesman moved immediately to indicate that they can see. But it happens. So some of the things that we have to accept, that decisions can be changed, but it's very, very difficult to have, especially when we're such a tense game. We played well in all the knockout stages, but I must be honest, today our first half was really dead. I think the players panicked. They could not even control the second ball. So we are quite excited when we went to the change room. We really have to motivate the boys, and I'm glad that I've got a technical team that is very, very talented, so they can spot the gaps, and we can see the changes that they made allowed us to have the goal.
Thank you so much. Let's bring in the man who was in charge of this team. I mean, where you spoke pre-match and you said you've got this, you've got the men to do the job, and this is what happened after.
Firstly, I just want to thank Almighty God. He made it. Then, like I said to you, we have to fight. And even my boys today, they fought the whole tournament. Then at least I'm happy. Even, I just want to give the credit to AMABEE. They play very well. Even the first half, they were good. They were coming to us. Then at least we absorb that pressure. But I'm happy with the goal, with the win.
Let's talk about that sub, Utami, coming in. Would you say that was the perfect timing for him?
For me, I saw the information they were playing. They were good, and like I said, they were using the wing back. Then we were playing the same system, but they were outclassing us. But I told myself I have to change the system now. I have to go with the 4-4-2 information. But at least it worked for us. Then we get a goal, then we win the trophy.
Were you nervous towards the end, thinking it might go into penalties?
For me, I was not thinking about the penalties. That is why I was using the two big animals up front there. Then at least we must get something, because penalties, it's a gambling game there. Then anyone can win the game there. But at least we fought, at least we get a goal.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy today.
Well done, Coach Isaac. Very delighted with the victory. As we bring in now one of the founders from Soweto Gold, Buildup, Matala. Thank you so much for your time. How would you sum up this year's competition?
This was a very good game of football. It is so impressive for us as a young brand to see also young guys displaying their skills to such a high level. As a Kasi brand, it is very impressive to see also the talent that a township of Tembisa has, and I hope that in future we'll collaborate some more to actually grow this talent into something very big.
Why the decision to partner with this tournament?
Well, it's not the first time we're doing this. Around the month of June, we started with the Kasi Flavor Games. So we're going all around the townships, exploring talent, and we were quite impressed with the talent we found. So when we heard about the Philly Games in Tembisa, we thought it's time to get involved, because it was a similar concept to what we're doing with the Kasi Flavor, and I have to say we are very impressed. The level of skill that was displayed here today is actually inspiring us to do something more for this tournament, and as a growing brand we hope to grow together with this tournament.
How many more years are we looking at?
Well, we don't know yet, but certainly the amount of energy that was around the stadium, the amount of energy that was displayed on the field by the players, and the atmosphere, the vibe here, it is so very Soweto Gold. We are a young Kasi brand as well, so to see another Kasi brand like the Philly Games, it's something that we become very interested in, because we are passionate about Ekasi and we want to grow Ekasi brands.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Buildup, who is the founder of the Soweto Gold brand, he's just very impressed by the level of talent displayed in the competition, as well as the number of fans who came out to witness this exciting initiative. Tell you what, another person who's very delighted that, first of all, we didn't have heavy rains like we did last year, and the tournament went well, is the founder of this competition, Abuti Ntate Fili. Thank you so much for your time. How would you describe this year?
Good evening to the viewers and everybody at home and everybody that made it to this night tonight. I must say thank you. This was I was worried at the beginning because of the rain, and it turned out to be, I must say, I don't want to say much, but I would want to appreciate everybody that came here and those who won. Somebody must lose, ma'am, at the end of the day. But what we would ask people to do in future is please, we have kids around here. Everything that we do around here, let's make sure that we respect our kids, because the kids are looking up to us. Any wrong we do, we're harming our kids. And I must say, for your New Year's, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and to Super Sport, Soweto Gold, Coke, all my sponsors, you made me proud, and I'm very excited. Trouble-free tournament. Phillies Games, I always said, is the best tournament in the country. You can challenge me on that one.
Thank you so much, Philly. Just saying, this is the Kasi World Cup. That's how we conclude events in the 2018 edition of the Phillies Games, with AMANDLA walking away with a 1-0 victory to secure their back-to-back titles, having won last year against Abarondoli. Well, stay tuned to your World of Champions, because PSL resumes next week. We'll start a big clash on Saturday. Amakosi up against Mamelodi Sundowns. Well, of course, there's also Highlands Park taking taking on Orlando Pirates. So those matches live on your World of Champions. SuperSport United, who ended their 2018 campaign against Highlands Park in a 1-0 draw, they'll be looking to start off with a victory against Cape Town City. So all that action live and in the splendor of high definition on your World of Champions. Enjoy the rest of your holidays. Be safe, do not drink and drive, and happy holidays from the team here at the Makulong Stadium. It's goodbye for now.